Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of OneStream Live's brand new series, The Big Joe Show. And here to host tonight, it does what it says on the tin. It's the man himself. It's Big Joe. There we go. Look at that. You see, no expense spared on the all brand new Big Joe Show. Welcome to episode 2 of Livestreaming Essentials, empowering small businesses and podcasters with OneStream Live. Yes, with podcasters as well, because with OneStream Live, you can not only live stream, you can then repurpose everything you're doing, including making it into a podcast. More on that later. Tonight, we'll be diving into a crucial topic for anybody looking to modernize their marketing approach, transitioning from traditional marketing to the dynamic world of live streaming. And you can even have a face for radio and get away with it and be bloody successful. So stay with it. On tonight's show, we'll be looking at a bit of an overview, really, of traditional marketing, just a couple of those things just to get you thinking, yeah, that's me. We'll discuss methods like print, print ads, TV, radio, that sort of stuff. We'll have a look at the effectiveness, the monetary side of things. There's a massive shift towards digital and live streaming today, explaining literally the need for the digital engagement and why you need to be part of that. We'll introduce the benefits of live streaming, and we'll set it all within the context of this 8 weeks. Episode 1 last week. Go to OneStream Live on the YouTube channel, to LinkedIn and to the Facebook pages, and subscribe for all the latest updates. And they've got a brand new brand ambassador and content creator. Look out for Chris. That's really, really good to watch. Tonight's episode, we will be looking at that. Just simply 30 minutes moving across from transitioning from traditional marketing, where you can and how you can overlap, because you can't do it all at once. We'll look at some of the success stories, some of the people who have been involved very briefly. So that's it, 30 minutes. Keep it right here on the next 30 minutes on the brand new OneStream Live show, The Big Joe Show, face for radio. But you know what? You wouldn't be anywhere else on a Tuesday at 8 p.m. Well, back. So before I go on, I am going to tell you, let me just stick this up, because if you've got any questions, by the way, tonight we have a thing called a unified chat system within OneStream Live, which means wherever we are going live, all the messages that come into the One Studio. And no, we don't have teams of people in our ears telling us what to do. There is us, just us. So there's me tonight hosting, moving all the buttons around. And I did want to say, I managed to convince OneStream Live, look at the bottom of there, until the end of March, because we're doing this 8-week series, part 1 last week, part 2 tonight, through to the end of March, 8 weeks, 30 minutes, looking at how OneStream Live can help you transition into the live streaming. There's a code, BJS10, BJS10, you get 10% off all of their plans. I'm going to actually show up the plans later on, but that's, BJS10 is the code for 10%, an additional 10% off all of the plans until the end of March. Is brilliant. Okay, so traditional methods. Let's jump right into this, shall we? Like anything in life, there's a big financial burden for people. Most people, especially small local businesses, charities, organizations, are just trying to keep going, and it's not. Messages in already. Yeah, thank you for that. I'll come back to that. It's not that easy. So what we're looking for really is comparisons. We're looking for anything in life that makes our life simpler, smarter. Remember KISS methodology, keep it simple. I'm stupid. So if we can get big KISS methodology, if we can make it smarter, not harder in what we're doing, and it's cost effective and gives us more chance of a return on investment. Blimey, I'm so excited tonight. I can't get my words out. Then that's really where we need to go. Now, live streaming is by far a more budget-friendly alternative, and again, if you go back to last September, we did a 4-part series where we deep dived into traditional marketing methods and transitioning across to digital engagement, digital transformation, and especially the use of live streaming as the central core of what we do. Other things can be repurposed from this show. I might mention those again later, but it's just, you're not just paying once. For me, in traditional marketing, you are paying once, excuse me, for one thing, and you don't really get that much for it. Now, give or take, there are approximately 25 million small to medium businesses across Europe. Whatever figures you go for, you'll find different ones, but approximately. Now, something like 69% of those will use 25 to 40% of traditional marketing methods. So print, media, excuse me, email, all of that type of stuff. Still quite big nowadays are the old monthly artisan markets as well, that type of stuff. But people aren't transitioning across fast enough and are getting left behind. Don't forget, AI is here. It's already here. It's already replacing stuff. You can't get away from it. So, but AI is, I have to say, OneStream Live are already so advanced on where they are going to take live streaming with AI. It is scary, but brilliant at the same time. The 3 directors, the CEO, the COO, and the CTO, are so visionary in what they're doing. Yeah, it's superb. Return on investment. Okay, if you've got limited amount of time and especially limited amount of money, then live streaming really has the potential for a higher return on your investment, because it can reach a broader and more engaged audiences. It can reach larger audiences. It is the fastest way, excuse me, to engage with people. So tonight, for example, on OneStream Live, this is going out on the OneStream Live YouTube channel, on their LinkedIn page, on the Facebook page, their associated community group, excuse me, on Facebook. It's going out on Joe Shep, on my profile. It's going out on my profile on LinkedIn. I'm just going to have a quick look at my on our site, and there we go. And on YouTube as well, and on Facebook is there. I've just pinned that. So it's going, because we can go live to across 45, 50 different platforms, social media platforms, to set that message out. So it's much more bigger. Oh, and you can go live to your website as well. It's the best way to do it. Go live to your website and drive people to your website is more likely to be able to click. So you use social media platforms as a conduit, as a funnel to get people to your website, where they can then click, more likely to click and buy. That's what it's about. So reaching larger audiences can extend globally, literally at minimal cost in comparison to what you are doing. So excuse me, when I was looking at some of the stats, for a quarter page ad in an average print media can be anything between €500 and €2,500. I remember about 18 months ago, when I was working for an international rugby academy, excuse me, we did a 2-page spread in a educational magazine, so almost an in-house education magazine, and it was, I was shocked by how much it cost, whereas you can put that money into doing live stream and hit far more markets than you want. Because when you do the live stream, you then take that afterwards. So first of all, you do the live stream and it's going out in an awful lot more different locations. So the reach is better, the engagement better, it's instant, all those things. You can share it into the different types of groups, business groups, podcasting groups, live streaming groups, anything that is pertinent to what you're doing. It's there forever. It's not gone and the next episode comes out. Yes, the next episode comes out, but it is there forever. Unlike a print magazine or something like that. So you're getting more from it. And then you take this this live stream, you take the file and then you put it through our AI software that we have, and we can then produce 2, 3, 5 little clips, 30 seconds to 2 minutes, which are used as teasers or tasters, with a link back to the full show or a link back to, in some cases, to the website. It's also the shorter ones are also more pertinent, really, to some of the other channels as well. So there's all that there. You can download the file, give it to your podcast manager, then puts it out on Podbean, on Spotify for Creators, on iTunes, on all of those things. So it's going into a completely other realm as well, with more engagement and more reach and more growth. So you've got this spider's web or a wheel, and the spoke of it is OneStream Live. And then from that, you've got all of these things coming off. You can, excuse me, at the end of this 8 weeks, I'll be writing a Knowledge Hub accompanying blog article on what we've done. That then goes out. Oh, and by the way, the reason we write as well is because it's called Semantics for Learning. Some people will like to visualize, they like to watch. Some people will like to hear. Some people will like to read. It's that type of thing. Some people are very hands-on. So there's different types of learning styles. And when we talk about modern day people don't have the capacity for long things, we now know that a Knowledge Hub, a blog article, more than 2,000 words, just 20% better. So you've got that. So you can do all of those things from this one piece of work, which just takes you out into massive, which is far, far better for your return on investment. What have we got? Okay. There we go. Greetings from Finland. And thanks for that. You're absolutely welcome. You're welcome to the show, and looking forward to Krista Skodra and everything that you are doing. I think that's going to be an absolute blast of a journey. So all of those things come from one piece of work provided by OneStream Live, and then we then repurpose them with Livestream Solutions into that digital engagement business support package. Far better return on investment. And again, the digital engagement piece, I'll throw this up now. Yep, we'll throw this up now, because I used it, first back last September, when to try and illustrate traditional marketing methods there on the right, like using a shovel. It works, and it can be useful where it's needed. But you bring a digger in on the left, live streaming and digital engagement, it's working smart, not hard. So there we go. So that's about as simple as it gets. Hit so many different buttons to be able to do this, which is it's almost like you've got to say to yourself, like when I started this, I had to say to myself, why wouldn't everybody do this? I've come to learn that the point of readiness, like anything in life for people, especially if you're a podcaster and it's not your main gig and it's a side hustle, or you're a smaller local business or a charity and you're just trying to get through life. Well, you know what? You don't need to go to a massive agency, a social media or digital marketing agency. You can come we have joint venture partners. We're not an agency. We have joint venture partners all over the globe in different aspects. So we're just now putting in a brand new podcast manager. All right, I wasn't going to say this tonight, but I am. Okay, so everybody remembers Susie Manley, who runs the fantastic digital marketing agency, totally different than anything I've come across really in Australia, called 5 Foot Rope. And myself and herself are going to be coming up with a brand new live stream show and podcast spin-off from that in April. So we're working hard on that at the moment, and we've just found ourselves a brand new podcast manager who's absolutely superb. So again, we are doing exactly what we say, because it's a better use of time and money. So get in touch with us and we'll be happy to do the same. Now, I wanted to throw up, before I put how we sort of can transition across, excuse me, I wanted to put up some of the benefits of live streaming. So instant feedback. Tonight, we've just seen a message there from Chris and some others that will come in. And afterwards as well. So I personally will follow up on everything that comes in afterwards. So you get instant feedback, which is, it's just the next best thing to be sat in a room with somebody. Increased accessibility, again, on mobile, on your PC, on your laptop, on whatever it is you use. Again, when we said we put it into different areas, it's gone into different pages, different platforms, different groups tonight. I've shared it in groups on digital and business related and rugby related groups in LinkedIn. I've shared it in about 20 or 30 small business groups and podcast groups and live stream groups that I'm online, that I sit in. So that increased accessibility is brilliant. And that's before we then break it down and repurpose all of those things I spoke about. It's just a no-brainer, ladies and gentlemen. Cost-effective marketing, we went through that as well. On the cost, the example of a quarter-page ad, expanded reach, that ties in with the increased accessibility, enhanced brand transparency. People can see you. There's a huge thing that's going on between what is better. Is it brand profile or personal profile? So on my Facebook page, actually, we've done away with our business page. There was a reason behind that. And we were going to redo another one. But actually, I like the personal brand. Personal brands are proven to be far bigger because people get to know the. Let me just come back to me a second. So I want you to see the white of my people get to know you, like you, trust you. Know me, like me, trust me. Top tip tonight, this one's just come out of my head because I was on a webinar with him yesterday, and he's absolutely, it's a guy called Daniel Priestley, who runs Dent Global, but he wrote a book a number of years ago, which is still now the go-to book for me in so many areas, and nothing has changed from all those years ago, and it's called Key Persons of Influence. So that's my top tip tonight. I get nothing from it, by the way. I've never met them. Sorry, I've met the man once, but I've got his book. I listened to it again last week. But Daniel Priestley, Key Persons of Influence. Read that or get it on Audible. It will change your life. So there we go. So let me just come back now to that, and we will finish off with so what else? Where were we? Strengthen community connection. Absolutely right. So it is just so much, and real-time engagement, again, ties in with instant feedback. I just find it fascinating, absolutely fascinating, where you can go with this. So what I want you to ask you is, in fact, let's have just another. Morning, Joe. Again, morning. Do you know what? I'm going to have a wee look. I'm not being rude by ignoring looking around, because one of the things, it's the great Susie Manley. Susie, I hope you heard your shout out you got just then, because I sneakily told everybody that we've got a brand new live stream and podcast show, the Susie and Big Joe show, starting April. We haven't even got it written. You know what we want to do, and we know who we want to hit, by the way. So we're very, very excited. In fact, I'm more excited than a seagull with a stolen chip. There we go. So what I want you to do is I want you to consider your current marketing budget. How could live streaming fit in? I know how it can fit in. Let me just get rid of that one. Hi. Yeah, can't wait. Yeah, no, me. We know where we can save you money, where we can help make you more money, where we can get your message out more, where we can tell your story. Traditionally, with a client, we would start off with a series of three shortened shows, 30, 45 minutes, over a 3-month period, because that builds persistency, consistency, gets you known, gets people to know you, like you, trust you. When they know you, like you, trust you, they are more likely to buy from you, refer you, repeat, blah, 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 blah. So we do, episode 1 is as was. So what's the inception of the business, of you, the company, where did it come from? What was your why? What was your why, as the great Simon Sinek says? Why did you start up? What did you see that you wanted to be able to help people solve the problem? So that is part 1, as was. As is part 2, and that's where you are now. You know, some of the people that you're involved with, any of the joint venture partners, some people in your team, and it's getting to know you and more in your products and services. And then episode 3 will be, where are you going with your business? Where are you taking it? Take those people on your journey. It's a story. So that's the 3 parts: as was, as is, will be. And that's what we're doing. So consider your current marketing budget. How could Livestream fit in based on what you're doing? This is too quick to make a decision. You need to contact us. Here we go. Here's one I prepared earlier. The bottom there, contact Big Joe at info@livestreamsolutions.org. Now, my admin team will be watching this tonight and going, not again. Okay, for the next 8 weeks, 7 weeks now, until the end of March, anybody who comments tonight and says Livestream, or contacts us, the team, through info@livestreamsolutions.org, and says Livestream at the very first word, will personally get me for the next 7 weeks until the end of March. And listen, got a great team here, great team at OneStream Live. Everybody will look after you, but I have made the decision that I am going to work with a whole number of people myself. So anybody who does that over the next few weeks, fantastic platform, absolutely right. It is, and it's and there's just nothing out there like it, isn't it? So we need to move on. Have the conversation with us, is what I'm saying. Considering your current market, your current marketing budget, and what you can do. All right, I wanted to cover this just again, bit of a taster of merging traditional marketing with live streaming, because I don't care what anybody says. You cannot, excuse me, you cannot just go and say, sign up here. You need to go and sign up for free. Contact us. We'll take you through that so you can have a play around with it. It's free. But you're not on your own. There are so many tutorials, so many how to do things. The team, tonight, I had a small problem tonight. I couldn't work out what to do. Straight on. There's no bots. They're all humans in the customer service team. I say this every single week. And tonight, I use them again, just as an ordinary bloke. You know, I sit in a group, a chat group with the head of digital, the head of social, the CEO, the CTO, the COO. But I go to the customer service team because they're just expert in what they're doing. So transitioning from traditional marketing methods, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't mean abandoning what works. Now, let me pull this up. So I put this slide together, and let me just go through them. So on the left-hand side, as I'm looking at it, the traditional marketing, so print ads, what are the benefits of those? Local visibility, tangible materials that can be kept and reused, excuse me, flyers and brochures, directed mail. God, email is just not what it was for me anymore. Business cards, again, business cards, right? I'll come back to business cards, local events. So what I spoke about before, when we're doing things like local artisan markets, etc., etc., it's an opportunity for great community engagement, an opportunity, excuse me, for face-to-face interaction. On the right side there, live streaming and digital engagement. Again, we saw it on the on the other slide. Real-time interaction with the audience, instant feedback and engagement, as we've seen tonight. Improves your website SEO with your Knowledge Hub articles. Podcasts, again, download it and put it into a podcast, goes into a totally different realm of people, organizations, reach, engagement, blah, blah, blah. Business cards, again, high engagement on social media platforms, because what you can do, you have the digital business card. There's some very, very clever things out there at the moment. And your social media content. So, and then what you've got there in the middle is what I call the winning combination, the winning benefits. So you've got an integrated campaign. I'll cover some of these. Enhanced brand awareness, where you're overlapping the two. You've also got sort of broader audience reach between the two. You're transitioning. You're building customer trust, because whilst those people in, say, for example, the artisan market might know about you, the others don't. So let's just remove that off there, and we will come back. So here's a couple of things you can do, right, very quickly. 2, business card. Business card with a QR code. That QR code takes you directly to the website, and you can do it with those pop-up flyer things. But again, what you can do with a QR code, as the great Jill Woods from Practice Momentum will tell you, is put the QR code that you want them on the landing page on your site to go to. So that is transitioning. That is combining traditional, because we have e-cards and digital cards for the now, but this is traditional with digital on there. And it's those type of things. Imagine doing a monthly artisan market on a Sunday. If you do it once a month, 2 weeks later, you do a live stream. You're hitting both sides all the time. You're going to go through the roof. And it's as simple as that. It's those sort of small things. Now, great. Winning combination, we've been through that. So the key points to take away really are integration strategies between the two. And we can build those with you. Okay? Build those with you. Do the live stream show, then repurpose it all. It is a cradle to grave thing. You're part of the family forever. You can't get out once you're in. It's brilliant. Promoting streams through your emails and social media. You're building that brand consistency between the physical bit and the digital world. You're maintaining a consistent brand across all that you're doing. But people are getting to know you, like you, trust you. So it's that creation of a seamless customer journey that they're going on. Remember that 3-part series? If you don't want to invest in a short bit of time in a 3-part series that we would set up and run with you, then I've got to ask what it is you. And if you're happy where you are, it's not a slide. It really isn't a slide. But think about a 3-part series. Then at the end, you think, wow, this is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So I want you to sit down and start brainstorming ways that you can incorporate live streaming with your current strategies. Contact us at OneStream Live or at info@livestreamsolutions.org, and I will get in touch. My team will get in touch. People work with me personally for the next 7 months, anybody who signs up. So success stories, okay? Right, success stories, right. I could put loads and loads of stuff up. You know, I mentioned her just before. We've got the great Jill Woods from Practice Momentum, who's been on with me a couple of times. She runs a fantastic business group that supports small healthcare providers. So doctors, dentists, podiatrists, physios, all that type of stuff. And the marketing mindset that she has, just incredible. Live streams. Susie Manley from 5 Foot Rope, who I've worked with before, same as Jill, working with. The reason I'm working with these people, because they're bloody good at what they do. They do what they advise other people to do. But here is a short video which just highlights some of the people we've worked with. Just a small, and I'll tell you why I did this 40-second one and why it's on our website afterwards. Here we go.
Playing for the England visually impaired team in France, and it's just epic. Yeah, the rest is history, really, mate.
And I think that's exactly why it's called live streaming as a service. There you go. Right, we had a young 18-year-old intern lad who was doing a college course, and we got him to put that together to give him a chance, because we thought we was really, really good, and he did that in 3 hours. Up on our website, you can go and see a long one. There's a 15-minute one where we have got so many more different clients, everything up there. If you go to our site and you'll go to meet our friends, you'll see all the testimonials and everything, a selection of the people that we have worked with. We don't have to sell it. Our website, by the way, isn't to sell. Our website is to reassure you what we do. We work with OneStream Live because they're content with what we do, and I'm content with what they do. It's a joint venture partnership in everything that we do. Right, need to wrap up. So, awful lot of businesses have transitioned through and worked with us, and we will do the same with working with you. The real world benefits of live streaming and transitioning from where you are to where you want to be. I can't underestimate. A 3-part series is what I'm suggesting that you do. We will build that with you, as was, as is, will be, and that will get you on the road to live streaming and put you ahead of anybody else that's any within your industry. That's it. That is 30 minutes. Actually, it's 31 minutes. So I'll be in trouble because I was told to keep them all to 30 minutes. But I'm so excited. That's it. Tonight we've looked at the reasons why. We've looked at some of the benefits of live streaming. We've looked at some of those people who have been successful. We've suggested to you that you contact us. There we go. Contact us. And just the word live streaming in, and I will personally be in touch with you, and I will personally promise, BJS promise, I'll personally work with those individuals or contact us over the next 7 weeks, because I'm choosing to, because this is very, very important to me. The other thing is, as I said at the beginning there, we were convinced the CEO and the strategic to let us have a deal till the end of March. Use the code BJS10. And you can get any of those plans. And that's it. Just consider where you are at this time. Consider the traditional methods and the cost of those and the time of that against live streaming and repurposing everything that we can do. Next week on part 3, we will be looking at this, selling more with live engagement. So we'll be looking at a whole range of things that you can do through that. Tuesday, 8 p.m. UK and Ireland, 3 p.m. Eastern time, and always available on Catch Up. And I am going to leave you with the managing director of Secret Source, again, the great Nick Carlson, different video clip this time, and his views. And if you don't think that this is worth listening to, you will. I'll see you next week. Take care. Thanks for watching. Big Joe. So what can it add, do you think, for you and for your clients?
Well, that's simple. My role and a specialist role in Secret Source is to help find areas where companies can utilize it and grow and help engage their audience. So we have to develop lead magnets. We have to develop hooks, building audiences, communities even for our clients. And the reason why, our relationship, our joint venture makes sense is because the world is changing, it's evolving. And we hear about AI in the news every day of the week at the moment in every profession. AI is a super, it's just, you can leverage that to the hilt. But AI is perfect. It doesn't have any bad grammar or spelling mistakes or anything like that. So it can be not that humanistic. And obviously it's changed the world with regard to the amount of content that can hit the marketplace. So how do you differentiate from all that noise? Well, live streaming is more personable. It's a lot more humanistic. I was a marketing director for software firms, and I was always banging on about how software needs to be a lot more humanistic and less faceless. So live streaming, as I'm stuttering now, it's got mistakes in it. It's more human. It's raw and real. So people can mispronounce things. They can express, obviously, through facial and voice expressions as well. So that really helps personalize people's brands and indeed their team. And you buy into it. People don't buy into businesses for what they do. To quote old Simon Sinek, they buy it for why they do it. And I think you can really get that across through live streaming, which you can't do in other forms of media necessarily.